national championship, the USC Trophy. The San Jose State Spartans. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Will. Booted away to start the game. On the run, put a stop to that return at the 22. So USC's offense will have the football first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
Caught behind the line. It's Paul. Turning it on. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to...
Running free. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Trojans will hustle to the line. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Zings it complete to the right. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. Looking downfield, it's Anger. Here he goes, breaking the pocket. Got his man. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying.
Looking for the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
They did a really good... A long drive. They needed to convert some specific spots. They did it, and here's how they ended it, with physicality. Punching him in the mouth, opening this game with a statement, and they got the early lead.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Spartans offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over. He got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often. They hit him early. They got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down. He started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David. Up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get into a rhythm.
The best quarterbacks in the history of the game, when you continue to hit them, they become very...
Oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And the Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. He had the speedster loose, and he just couldn't connect. Just a little too much juice on the pass.
Yeah, God, those ones that you got a guy wide open, a lot of times quarterbacks will tell you that those are the ones you kind of, like, I don't want to mess this up, and you either put way too little on it, or in this case, way too much on it, and overthrow the speedster.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Using the quick game. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Dropping back, it's Anger. It's complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. First down here for the offense.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down.
He'll take a shot. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Trojans are flying down the field. Handoff from the gun. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Quarterback just trying to spit it out to his running back in the flat there, but the defense...
Touchdown, USC! Great job by the back on the option.
I think it's easy to say, run the option, run the option. Well, you got to be able to see it quickly and make quick decisions. Nice job by the QB, getting the ball to his playmaker. He catches it. He can do the rest. Takes it to the house for 6.
He'll return it. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this offense is searching, man. They're trying to find something. Last week, they did nothing. They got nothing going. Looked really, really poor. This week, starting a little sluggish. They got to find something they can hang their hat on and something they can build off of for this offense.
He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as his offense tries to mount a drive. And the Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
And how about that back-to-back sacks? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. On the move and looking deep. Makes the catch and a huge play on the left side. The Spartans want to pick up the tempo.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got to be able to score points.
Breaks into the open. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Spartans.
Great decision by the quarterback, and there's a danger on defense. When you play man coverage against this guy, and you've got DBs and their backs are turned to the QB, if you're not careful, he'll just tuck it and run and take off. And by the time all those DBs and defenders had turned around, it was way too late. He was gone.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Oh, they're after him! And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the air, it's Anger. Looking downfield. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the linebacker's playing zone coverage, and he's just watching the QB's eyes to see where he's going to go with the football, and the eyes take him to the ball. He's able to swat it away. Great play on defense.
And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And the legendary John McKay would be proud of the execution of the running game and picking up the first down.
The basic principles of the run game, right? The easy stuff, the boring stuff, not fancy, not loved. Everybody likes points and all that other, stuff that goes with it. But you got to get the good running game. USC doing a good job of it.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Harvin. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Trojans are on the move. The give to the back. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Now on the move. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. The pressure ramps up on 3rd and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. 3rd and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. This is a designed run. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running it.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans!
Yeah, and I love calling the QB's number. I don't care if he gets hit down near the goal line, 4th and goal. I need him to make a play. Nice job being decisive, getting downhill, getting in the end zone.
USC 21, San Jose State 7.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got 1 drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. He's got him. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Takes it on the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they... that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Gets the back moving. Dropping back, it's Anger. Complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
He wants to change this route. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Pulls it in. It's Harvin. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dances away. Another incompletion on third down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Wants to throw on first down. Caught. Turning it on. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Trojans will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with...
Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Dropping back, it's Anger. Pressure coming, and the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Tight end now in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He makes the catch. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. Third and goal coming. Might be calling a hot route. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And they will score. Touchdown, Trojans. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead.
Quarterbacks love finding their tight ends down here in this area of the field. Big targets in small spaces. Nice work on that TD.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Spartans want to move quickly.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And the punishment has been extended.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a way.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
From the gun, the ground game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Makes the grab. Ball is loose. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. And you could just feel a collective sigh of relief when that ball rolled out of bounds.
Yeah, that defense, they looked excited. You see all those bodies trying to run over and jump on that football? That offense is very lucky that thing trickled out of bounds.
And the Spartans come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Surging forward on the sneak. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. The Spartans decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
This time it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Right down the middle. Makes the grab. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Trojans will have it 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Anger. That's reeled in, it's Paul. They'll rip off 8 on that play, it's 2nd and 2.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. It's caught. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Guys, this San Jose State offense trying to get this ball moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way, and here we are. Their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
From the gun, the running back has it. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Trojans are in the red zone. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
To the air, it's Anger. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead. Now, incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
They'll run the option. Going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. From the shotgun, the inside give. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had 0 rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like, they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
Under fire. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. And the Spartans will send out the punt unit. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Quarterback may change this route. Looking down the middle. He's got it. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Anger. Finds his big tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Finds him out of the backfield. Just excellent coverage, nowhere to go, and they don't come close to getting it in. The defense, a brick wall. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that we're working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
There's probably a lot of people wondering right now, why do they keep throwing the football when they're backed up so much? But this is actually one of the best places on the field to do that because the defense has to cover so much space, plus oftentimes they're in man coverage. So this is the time to take your shots. They took one there, took a chance deep. It wasn't open. It was incomplete. You got to be thinking on 3rd down coming up now.
Holds it in on the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And this defense, they've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game.
Under Way to put a capper on this game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your unit. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just domination from start to finish.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.